Hansi Flick was just asked about the FIFA Best 11, and this is what he said. Quoting him literally word for word, "This is really a joke." In his final press conference of 2025 ahead of tomorrow's match against Villarreal, Hansi Flick was asked about the best 11, and he centers on the fact that Raphinha was not included in the FIFA Best 11. He calls it an absolute joke. He says that he simply cannot believe how Raphinha was not included in the FIFA Best 11. Now, what makes this even crazier is that this screenshot that I took right here was actually posted by Fabrizio Romano on his own TikTok account. Fabrizio himself requotes Hansi Flick calling the FIFA Best 11 a joke. And quite honestly, I think that we all agree with Hansi Flick on this respect. I have even seen multiple fans across the entire globe, from the Premier League, from the Spanish League, from the Italian League, even from the Mexican League, the Brazilian League, make mention to the fact that this FIFA Best 11 is an absolute joke because they simply cannot believe how some players were included in that 11, but not Raphinha. However, the fact that Hansi Flick, Barcelona's manager, makes mention to it just makes the situation all the more enlightening and also saddening. Please drop a follow and let me know what you think. Somebody needs to explain to me how La Liga's team of the season for the 2025-26 season is much more honest than the best 11. Explain that to me, because La Liga included Raphinha in their team of the season so far. It's not to say that he is going to finish at the end. Anything could change. But at least so far, Raphinha is actually included. He is actually included in a team of the season. Something that FIFA The Best couldn't do. Now, we still got some positions here that are a little doubtful. Like, for example, Jude Bellingham, Arda Güler. I really don't understand what these two are doing right there in the midfield. But then again, when we look at La Liga's teams, sure, it makes, I can't think of anybody else. Maybe one or two players from Atletico. But sure, Carreras makes sense. Huijsen hasn't been the best, let's be honest. Militao's been injured a lot. I don't understand. But then again, this is literally only based on ratings. So if these are the actual average ratings of the players, then sure, they deserve a spot. I just wanted to make mention to the fact that Raphinha is included in this team, but not in the best 11. La Liga has a much more honest best 11. Makes no sense to me anymore. I still do not understand why Barcelona is so obsessed with dropping 100 million euros for a new center back. Look, I recently only made a video talking about the center back pair duo that Barcelona have in Pau Cubarsí and Gerard Martin. And I was careful to clarify that although Barcelona have been doing well with Gerard Martin and Pau Cubarsí in the center back pair duo, conceding less and less goals, especially in the last 7 matches, it would benefit Barcelona to get another defender. So the idea that I'm against buying a defender is completely false. I know that this will benefit Barcelona. But what I don't understand is why we're so obsessed with dropping 100 million euros on the table to sign either Gvardiol or Bastoni. That just doesn't make any type of sense to me. It's like we haven't learned from our previous mistakes. Yes, 100% Bastoni and Gvardiol, you could say on form, are better than Gerard Martin. I'll grant you that, yes. That doesn't mean that Gerard Martin on form is not currently one of the best center backs in La Liga. He still is. If both him and Pau Cubarsí are performing well for Barcelona, winning matches and conceding less goals than what they were doing before, then why are we continuously obsessing over dropping 100 million euros on the table for either Gvardiol or Bastoni? Why? This is just going to hurt Barcelona on the long term. It's like we haven't learned from our previous mistakes. Let's look at what happened with Coutinho, Griezmann, and Dembélé. I just think the club should make a smarter decision and not drop a huge amount for these players. If they want to sign them, which I know that they will benefit Barcelona, no more than 50 million euros. That's my offer. Now look, ideally these wouldn't be Barcelona's top targets to bring in for the summer. Obviously we got Bastoni and Gvardiol from Manchester City as the main targets to sign as new center back pairs. Either one. But the problem with those signings, which I've mentioned in other videos, is that they're way too expensive. I mean, Barcelona have to be dropping 100 million euros on the table if they want to bring in Bastoni from Inter or Gvardiol from Manchester City. Like, it's just way too expensive. And giving from Barcelona's previous experience and giving a lot of money for players and then end up in the ruin, I'm saying let's not do that again. Instead, let's focus on bringing in somebody in cheaper, and Barcelona could potentially bring both of these players for free, completely free of charge. No money on the table. Why? Reason being is because both Marc Guéhi and Konaté's contracts runs out at the end of the season. Meaning that literally starting next week or in a couple, 2 weeks, once the January transfer market opens, Barcelona could sign both of these players on a pre-contract and they would finish the careers at Crystal Palace and Liverpool respectively and then come in for Barcelona on the summer. That's two additional center backs that Barcelona could be bringing on without spending any money at all. And I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather sign both of these players on the free than bring in Bastoni for 100 million euros, leaving Barcelona on the ruins. Money that we don't even have. 2 center backs in comparison to 1. Both players are high quality players. Marc Guéhi is continuously called up for the English national team. And Konaté, though he's had a little iffy season with Liverpool, he's still a top quality player. That's my perspective. Let me know what you guys think.